Welcome back for episode 36 on Unsolved Mysteries, where we discuss all things Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche. This episode was again done in collaboration with our fantastic team, which manages and administrates our Fans for Fans pages on Facebook, IG, and TikTok. Would you like to join them? Feel free to send us an email. So, we have been busy going through the recent posts throughout social media and the comments they have attracted. These comments have been very enlightening in terms of understanding the mindset of the fan base. For example, in recent posts about our Queen Sonia's family, many fans seem to question the legitimacy of the evidence supplied. The bottom line is this: the information has been there for all to see. We certainly came across it some years back. At the time, we determined that the information did not change anything about them, nor what we had to say. Besides, there are other variables at play to consider, so we chose not to air it. Speaking of not opening our eyes and our minds, we were amused at the reactions to a recent video aired. Let's take a look. This was a video shown by a crew member with the caption, "On set with Maurice and Sonia." Sonia was not seen in the video, but looked closely around the scene for all the signs, which told us that Sonia was there. When it came to the comments related to the movie Once Upon a Vow and the various posts associated with it, we were, shall we say, stunned. We were puzzled, yet fascinated that with all the information available to us all, why are so many fans asking Maurice and Sonia to marry themselves? Why are so many praying for them to find their way to each other, instead of praying blessings on their already existing union? So, we decided to do this episode to remind us about some of the things that our favorites have done to tell us that they are indeed together forever. We at Unsolved Mysteries contend that Maurice and Sonia have been married for several years and are growing a family, and although Maurice and Sonia's relationship has been a secret, they have always found ways to give us insight into their union, sharing, in our opinions, more than if they had opened their mouths to tell us. They have also shared several of their milestones, if only we care to look beyond the superficial. For instance, they have shown us so many times how close they are, to the point where we could safely say that they live in each other's shoes. Each other's clothes. Now even more than ever, we have been seeing them in matching clothes. Many are quick to point out that these clothes are part of production wardrobes. But even if this is so, let's admit it, Maurice and Sonia do this a lot, and we know this is a husband and wife thing. Maurice and Sonia have also worn their wedding rings often enough. We have showcased this on several episodes. Again, many will deny this by saying it's for the movies. Nevertheless, allow us to remind you of some of their ring-wearing occasions. Then here are some occasions where we notice the rings being worn in a movie or a movie set. This sighting was in the movie Enchanted. Here his character was a single man. This behind-the-scenes video showed him sporting his wedding ring, which was not required in the movie, as the character he played was not married. where Sonia offered her right hand to receive the engagement ring, while wearing her wedding ring on her left hand. So, are we still going to deny that there is more to see and realize, if we open our eyes and minds? On the note of denial, Sonia's mom said she was getting married. Fans were excited, and we did an episode where we discussed that despite them already being married, that it was feasible for this statement to be true, based on many options for marriages available to Nigerians. Knowing our favorites and their secretive nature, we also pointed out that it was unlikely that we would witness an actual ceremony, but would most likely see something under the cover of a movie. So when Sonia released this picture on August 28, 2024, with the song Congratulations, several things should have hit home, or at least had us asking questions, like, just how significant were the songs she used on her post and her reels? Was this exquisite and obviously expensive gown being worn for just a movie? And certainly, why were friends, colleagues, and family congratulating or mentioning bride? After all, was this Sonia's first film on her channel? Was this her first film wearing a wedding gown? What was really happening for her to be receiving so many best wishes out of the blue? The movie was released on September 1, 2024, a spectacular film, which many of us will be watching and rewatching for a long time to come. There was a wedding scene, as was expected. However, it lasted for just over 2 minutes. And most importantly, there was no wedding. Yet for days there were several wedding posts. We had seen several which were posted months before, which were not seen in the movie. In our 2-part review of the movie Once Upon a Vow, we pointed to several inconsistencies and irregularities, which should have switched on our thinking caps, instead of pressing the denial buttons. We also highlighted some comments, which told us what we needed to know. Let's revisit the comments. With all being said and done, it is clear that an actual wedding ceremony took place. Yet, many fans remain steadfast in their denials. For those who recognize the significance of what was being shown to us, the only question necessary was, when did this particular ceremony take place? Since this wedding was aired, there were a couple of live streams from Sonia recently. They had recurring events.
Shoot myself now. Now that Sam is not here. Now that Maurice is not here.
They said I'm trying to take it for Maurice Sam.
Jesus, I beg you, that's strength. I'm telling you. But did you say anything like that?
I said that I met a girl in Lagos. Her name is Sonia. So they said it to you.
Oh, okay, you said you met. Since Mama, let's go. We don't catch her. Now I cut on another set.
Don't worry, we will plan it so that there won't be any excuse this time
yes,
around.
so no more excuse.
We'll plan it with Maurice Sam.
Hey, and Raymond.
They'll be fighting over you. I'll collect bread from this person.
Collect from this person.
So, what was common in these live streams? They both had actors bringing up Maurice's name, even though he wasn't present. and may or may not be acting in the movies. Why did this happen? We believe this occurred because since the release of wedding posts, colleagues believed that the union between Maurice and Sonia was no longer a secret, that in fact, they were now free to talk about them as a couple. We at Unsolved Mysteries contend that what we were shown regarding this wedding was the closest thing to a come out that we as fans are likely to get, as their families, friends, and colleagues celebrated with them. So many of their fans chose to wallow in confusion and denials. Fortunately, it is never too late to celebrate with and for them. Let's continue to celebrate them by watching and rewatching Once Upon a Vow, You, Me Forever, and all the great movies on their personal channels. Oh, by the way, in one of our recent videos, we asked who you thought Divine is. We read your comments. We will only say at this time that Divine is not the name of Sonia's personal assistant. Don't forget to subscribe to Maurice Sam TV and Sonia Uche TV, as well as to our channel Unsolved Mysteries. Definitely follow our Fans for Fans pages on Facebook, IG, and TikTok. Until our next episode.